Several years ago, I was working a full-time job while also studying for my master's degree at the university. And what that looked like is I would work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 job, and then I would have 2 to 3 nights a week, let's say a Monday or a Wednesday night, that I would have classes or a class from 5 to about 9 p.m., give or take. So I would work all morning and then have to show up for class, pay attention, take notes, read, participate throughout that night, and then sometimes have to come home for homework as well after that, or work on a project or a paper, a research paper, or some kind of thing that would end up either going late into the night or have to work on it the next night when I didn't have class to get it prepared for next week or the next class. So that led me to search for options staying up late. And there weren't really any coffee shops to stay up late and work on these kind of things at the little college town we were at. And plus, I was married at the time. I didn't want to just kind of go off all night. And knowing that my wife and I would drink yerba mate in the morning, so I started to drink yerba mate by myself at night as a way to stay up, stay focused, and finish the projects and my homework assignments. And it was a way for me to get energy and to be able to complete the tasks and the work and the things that I need to get done. And I know that a lot of people that I've talked to have turned to yerba mate for that same reason, to get energy. And it provides a lot of great energy, not only just because of the caffeine, but the clarity, the focus, and a healthy way to do so, because so many people that I've talked to have replaced energy drinks that have a lot of sugar with yerba mate as a cleaner source to get that same energy drink. And effectively, that's what I was doing, was using yerba mate as my energy drink for staying up late to study. Other people I know of switched from coffee because it gave them stomach problems, or other people like myself that just needed some energy. And so they're looking for what is that source and find yerba mate. Thankfully now with the internet, there's a lot of things out there on the web that you can see videos about or buy online, and that's great. And so it's also allowing me a platform for this podcast as well. So thank you for listening. And I hope that not only yerba mate is giving you energy, but I want to talk about putting energy into our lives, or getting more energy in besides just the drink. So join me in a conversation with a man who literally wrote the book on it. I got a chance to sit down and talk with him. His name is Jacopo Iesiello, and he lives in Italy, but he lived in the U.S. for a while. And he wrote a book called Healthy, Rich, and Happy. And he talks about this system of putting energy in that gives us not only the energy for ourselves to complete our tasks and work and get things done, but to show up for those around us, because we're not in this world alone. We all need each other. And what he has done is a way of putting his money where his mouth is, let's say, to show that out and to make that a reality, is that 100% of the proceeds from his book go to Hermano de la Calle, which is an organization that helps those who've lost everything, their house, living on the street, to regain their dignity and rebuild their lives. And today, we're going to talk about some different habits, routines, and things that he'll mention as practices. So I would like for you to get a piece of paper out, pencil, pen, whatever you want to write with. And while you're listening to this conversation, and maybe get some takeaways from this and apply some of this to your life and share this with some others, but not only to a way to just absorb content, but a way to really make an impact on yourself and others. So get your mate out, whatever you're at, if you're not able to drink with while you're listening to this right now, but enjoy this conversation. With yerba mate, it's a lot about health, and the reason why I think it'd be interesting for our guests and our audience is because you come from this background of adversity to prosperity in a way of not only just the financial aspects, but a holistic success. So that is, the health, wealth, all of that involved, um, and that you have what you would describe, I guess, as your core principles, right? Where it's healthy, rich, and happy, and balancing that out with purposes. Um,
Yeah.
do you think you could expound about that a little bit more? So maybe give a better details onto what that looks like and what that is.
Yeah, Devin, like I explain why it's so important, I think so, have this three world healthy, rich, and happy in our life. And first of all, how really cultivate these three words. In personal, my experience, my background, I am Italian, but I live in USA. Now I am over here with my family where I enjoy some kind of moment because I try to have in the 12 aspect of my life, family, love, business, career, and the other one, really I don't utilize balance, but energy in this aspect of my life. And my story starting from Napoli, where I coming from, where I really understand the power to create energy first of all in your mind and your body, and after go in the, chase your dream. But the first part of my life, I don't have this clarity. I create a chain of jewelry with multimillionaire success, real estate company in Italy, other kind of thing. I drop, I have up and down in my life. But when I'm moving to United States to respond to your question, I realized something important. I'm moving in 2011. At that time, I really moving from one place where I am well known. I create my business, my security, my comfort zone, and I'm moving in another country to starting something completely new because I take advantage from what's happening in United States for the subprime mortgage, and I started to buy property. And when I'm moving in this direction, I started to feel all the emotion, the pain emotion, like sadness, loneliness. I don't feel to energize. I don't have this kind of any more power in my body and my mind, and all the difficulty to speak the language really difficult for me. First of all, because I don't speak English at that time. And what's happening? I need develop something, bring me energy, bring me power, bring me the possibility to recharge every day in my life. And I started to take different pieces from different part. And you know how life is. You take something where from other people when you go in the path of your life, and after you everything is clarifying in something big, bring you energy. And for me, what's happening? I started to understand the power of meditation because one my friend told me, and I see him with this capacity to generate, to create more, to have energy. The morning, the importance of the morning for me, for my phototype, and this is what I explain inside the book, is a bestseller in Amazon. I explain how it's important to utilize meditation, morning, pray, biohacking and exercise. This is the method I call MPBE to energize every day your life and becoming abundance, first of all internal and after external, because I becoming wealthy at 28 years old, but I feel empty. And after I realize what's happening is important in our life to have really in different aspects in our life the correct energy, and this method bring me this correct energy. And after inside the book I explain how is important and why so necessarily utilize wealth to create more abundance, because I believe wealth is something so important for everybody, because without more abundance in your life you don't possible help other people. This is what I believe.
Yeah, there's a concept that I've heard before of as a human being like a cup or a vessel or whatever. And so, in order to pour out, you have to have something poured into you. Otherwise, you're just a cup that's leaking, or you have nothing to give to other people. And so, is that exactly kind of what you're saying, if I'm understanding correctly?
Correct. Yeah. It means I believe in now in this moment of my life, like the first part for everybody is create an internal abundance. How you create an internal abundance? For example, for me, and I know working for other people, this method changed completely my life because I utilize every day. And two, when I don't have energy or whatever happening external, this method recharge me, give me the power, give me the energy, give me the possibility to go after my dream. And after, because this method generate this energy, I have more power in my body and my mind to chase wherever is my external dream. And have abundance is so important, how I shared before, because the abundance is light. And when you have light, a true word, a action, you touch other people, you becoming a person with ripple effect. And after, if I give you energy through the world with action, if I have economic possibility, I possible help more people. And from you, this ripple effect never stop because you becoming light. And I believe in this kind of thing now. I am an investor. I am pragmatic but sensible investor. But now I believe, and I do every day, this method. My work related to real estate, and I have an editorial in Forbes where I interview multimillionaire and billionaire to understand how is working their mind. And all of these people, they become really successful, not only economic, because I try to find people, they don't have only economic success, but they have really wealthy, healthy, and happy in all different aspects. I realize they have something where they recharge their battery. Some of them they don't know. Some of them they have clarity and they utilize this recharging battery for create more abundance.
Would you consider this method, this is MPBE, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider that a like a morning routine or a ritual, let's say?
I consider this is not necessarily a morning. For me, I am a morning phototype, but like everything, you need to try for yourself and understand for no less than 21 days if it's working for you. Now, this is more a routine, a good routine, because in life we have or good routine or bad routine. Now, if you have a good routine, you will become successful in different aspects. If you have a bad routine, you will lose. You will go in the opposite direction, and you don't have this reward I wrote on the title of my book. I believe everybody we need have this reward. And for this reason, I share this concept where it's so important have good routine. Try this method. If the method is not working, for example, wake up like how I do it at 5 in the morning, but you realize you are more a phototype of human being where you wake up later or you have more clarity in the night, you need to utilize your body, your mind, and connect with this method wherever you are more performance in what you want to do. And for this reason, this is a method where you possible adapt the method, but the pillar is so important to utilize because without one pillar of this, you will disconnect. And I will explain better. For example, you possible meditate, but if you don't connect with some form of the divine, wherever you believe, God, Muslim, Jewish, I have all kind of friends, and the more successful they are people, they are in one way or not connect to every day with some force they believe. And when they connect, they recharge, they take the light, and they bring in the world. And this is what I really believe. I really believe this method is a good routine, and not necessarily you need to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, but you need to try first of all, and after understand if it's working for you or not.
Yeah, and you mentioned 21 days, and I've
Mhm.
heard lots of different numbers, 30 days, 66 days for a habit to stick, 90 days, all kinds of different numbers. But what you're saying is give it at least 21 days to see kind
Mhm.
of, let's say, the results.
Yeah, I think so. Like everything in life is like be resilient and try to have enough time to and to absorb something in your life and depend, but in general how you really explain correctly, is different kind the theory, but the minimum to absorb something is 21 day, and after you will understand if something working for you. The big problem of for people is they try one thing, another thing. They are no stick with something, and they don't understand. Like constantly is the most important part of our life. Whatever we want to do, if we do every day and we try, our body, our mind will be something accept. But we need to give some time to mind the body to accept and to realize if the body and mind benefit for this kind of practice.
Yeah, definitely. I can relate to that consistency keyword there. And for my own story, for example, in this podcast, I started doing it bi-weekly, and then for about 6 months, and then later I think life got busy or whatever, and I stopped for like 2 months. And then to get that momentum all over again, consistency, it was really hard. Um,
Mhm.
and on and off and on and off. So, in other words, if you just keep doing something, the momentum, it becomes easier to do it, right? And if you stop doing it, it becomes harder to do it. To get that um, consistency, to see the effects, I guess. Where it kind of, there's this book also called Compound Effect. And so basically, after a while, the little things make bigger impact, and it after doing it for enough time.
Yeah, and the reality, the people they are more successful in all the aspect of their life is people they are no more smart or more
Dame un minuto,
intelligent. They are
Victoria.
people that utilize the correct time of their day in the correct
Ok, te
way,
ayudo en un
and they
minuto.
be resilient in what they do. They believe, they have faith, and based on faith, when you have something where you believe, you will achieve. Because without faith, without belief, nothing is possible. Remember, the most powerful people in the world is people they don't have capacity, supposedly physically. If I think you think about Mother Teresa di Calcutta, for example, is a small lady, 1 meter at 20, 1 meter at 40 centimeter. I don't remember precisely the height, but she have so power, so energy in their life to save a lot of people. And it's so important the faith, the believe in something, and when you believe that you utilize something where you stick every day to something, you will achieve. The problem is a lot of people, because they are discouraged of life, they life through in our life different kind of thing, they lose the momentum. And to return to the momentum, you need to spend more energy, more power, and becoming complicated. For this reason, it's better to be consistently, be resilient, and life will bring you everything good, because only the people that are resilient will achieve big results. And this is not coming from me, but it's coming from my capacity to study and interview people with really high achiever in different aspects, and I realized this.
And that's huge. I think because you have to believe in the process, believe in yourself, believe in something bigger than yourself too. When you mentioned connecting with that divine power, and I think that's just something that a lot of people struggle with. I think, and probably maybe even one of the keys to why they struggle with a lot of other stuff in life. Maybe I don't know. I'm hypothesizing here. Um, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I thought like everybody we are different, but in reality, like believe is the key for everything. Now, you possible believe tomorrow the world will be a better place, or you possible believe the world will be a worse place. You possible believe in God, or you possible believe in Buddha, whatever is the case, or you possible believe and you are the own creator of your own life with your own hand and mind. Now, the important is not about people they believe or not in God or in other things. The important part is clarified. If they are clarified, they believe in their own path. Now, wherever is the case, I am, for example, Catholic. I pray. But if somebody else is not Catholic, is not necessarily be stick to something, be attached to something, but realize, and we are in this world to create more, to be light for other people, and understand that the only way to receive light and to generate light inside you and to connect with the divine force. For example, how I be proactive in this space is really something I learned in the last 5 years. My background, how I explain, is Catholic. Because in Italy we have the Pope in Rome, and what's happening is this one. My mother and my grandmother, they teach me the basic of connect with the God, whatever I call divine now. What's happening when you are not active to pray, you will not receive nothing. The way how I understand now is this one, and this is I read in different kind big book of different kind of religion. First of all, you need give to somebody else. For example, what I do, I pray to my family, to my mother. She's not really good in this moment of their life, to other people near me. And after I ask with clarity to the divine, God, Buddha, whatever is the case, something clear, I visualize and I understand how will be my day in this specific through the visualization, and ask to the God or whatever is the case, hey, please give me the possibility to do this, do that, be nice with people, create more in my business of real estate with clarity. And I see with clarity all my day, every day, early in the morning. Like this, I position it already my nerve system in the way where I have the possibility really to bring my day in the direction of my mind.
That's great insight there, and thanks for clarifying. And
You're welcome.
the last thing I kind of want to ask now that you've given us kind of a framework and understanding how to get the energy, so now I guess the question begs, what do you do with the energy?
Yeah, personally, for me, is create more external economic abundance. I am an investor entrepreneur. I have different business, different people where I help different I utilize love, action, support, travel, and everything. Be a nice friend means try to be connect with the a lot of people I know in the world and give them good message, and be somebody in my day. Try to give energy and don't take energy. This is what for me is so important, because I coming from really loving family with a lot of support and loving, but I need to grow up alone in my business with only my capacity to bring my opportunity at the next level with the help of my father physically, but not mentally. And this for me means something so important. I don't want, I want to give back for what I receive in my life and what I will receive, because I believe my life will be more bright every day, and give back. Because when I grow up in Napoli, different, beautiful city, but with a lot of difficulty, a lot of people, they don't help me. They be really mean. They block me in different way. Some partners steal some my company, and now I have two possibilities: one becoming like them, and another one becoming more creator of business, more creator of life, to you know, to eliminate this kind the the different way to live life, and give hope to people coming from my same situation,
Oh,
coming
I'm
from
sorry, sir.
moment in
You're
their
wondering,
life where
okay.
they don't have power of energy. Because everybody, we go through this moment, and I want, through my action of work and physical practical action, to be somebody change with small action, small people, and after big number of people.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's kind of that same concept you said, giving energy. So giving over receiving, and so thank you for giving your energy today to the audience and to me in this podcast. Um, you mentioned that people can find your book on Amazon. Anywhere else?
Yeah, first of all, I will ask really to buy this book, because I believe in all the money I will receive is donated to one association called Hermano della Calle, where I help this association to this association give dignity to people from the street, and I give my real estate a less price to this association. And it's really, I believe this book possible change people life, because it's a clear method with a clear possibility to understand how personally create my wealth, and what I do every day. And they possible find the book in the Amazon, or through my website healthyrichandhappy.com, or and through my Instagram, investor broker, Jacopo Yasildo, my name investor broker, where I try to share some good message about life, about real estate, about the different aspect, including in the book.
Wonderful. I'll make sure to put all that in the show notes for you guys. Um, and Jacobo, thank you once again for sharing your message. And please check out his book if you're looking to create some more energy for yourself and for others. Um, thank you once again for being on the show, and we'll remain in touch and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Devin. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye. Thank you for joining us on today's conversation of the Yerba Power podcast. It is really, truly an honor to be able to continue to produce this content for you guys, and I really do hope it is providing value to you and those around you. And if you really do find value in this show, do me a huge favor and share this with friends, family, people that you would want to share this with. Those that maybe are new to Yerba Mate or wanting to learn about Yerba Mate, or maybe you just found value in this conversation that you would like to share that with others. I'm always looking for guests, people that want to share their stories. But in order to help more people listen to this podcast, to help it grow, to be able to provide more value to more people and continue to grow the community, I need your help just sharing it with more people and get more listeners on the podcast. It also helps me to be able to monetize and produce more valuable content and to invest more into this. So thank you all for listening. Oh, wait, before you go, I got a joke for you. What do you get when a tea bag meditates? Serenity. Ha! Thank you for joining us. This is Devin signing out from the Yerba Power Podcast. Till next time.